If you were to draw a graph representing the last year of my life, you'd probably think it looks like this. Time and life satisfaction on the Y. Oh, I love school, I love life so much. Oh, yay, freedom, get to do whatever I want. Yay, oh, so great. Oh. What it actually looks like is more... Okay, that's a straight line. I sort of realised if you aren't pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, then no one's gonna do it for you. I want to document how happy I am that I finally quit my job. Wait, what are you doing? I'm gonna do yours first because I'm scared. No. Oh, it's done. I don't want to do that. Look what I've done to myself. Like a triangle. And your levels of life satisfaction just sort of disappear. But my comfort zone is so comfortable. I know that if I just laid here forever and never really did anything and never moved, nothing bad could happen to me. And the more I think about that, the less I care about the consequences. When I was younger, it seemed like there were 104 days of summer vacation and school came along just to end it. And that was great, and I love that, because that's just like endless opportunities for fun. But then in year 13, it was like 104 days till exams. And then life came along just to end it, so that's just endless days until you die. Well, it could still be 104 days. And then vacation. At that point, the idea of having like a summer holiday at the end of it scared me, because it wasn't a break anymore, it was just the start of life. I just feel a bit bored. Like every day I just get up and I have no purpose. That's it. And although for me it wasn't a break, at the end of it all my friends would just be going to uni, and the most interaction I'd get in a day would be like my mum coming in to check I'm still breathing. So and suddenly 6 weeks was like nothing. So I maxed out on the fun in my year 13 summer, and it shows. 3, 2, 1, summer! There's 104 days of summer vacation. Oh, my friends are leaving me! Back in the day, 6 weeks seemed like a massive amount of time. But that was never really a scary thing, as much as it was exciting, because you'd have people to spend it with and places to go, and at the end you just return to the routine of education again. Now, there's nothing to return to. I'm still in the same place. It's everybody else that's moved. So even though for me there's like continuity, it's like different. It just feels a bit emptier. All of my favourite places are like only my favourite places because they have good memories attached to them with my friends. And now my friends are gone. Physically, not literally. I realised the other day that so far in my gap year, I've lived through 5 summer holidays and I haven't been to Thorpe Park once. So a waste really, isn't it? That's actually kind of a lie. Going to Thorpe Park would be like the furthest outside of my comfort zone I'd go during the summer holidays. There's that, and then there was the one time me and my friends tried to get in with the cool kids. And I'm talking first generation of skins cast kind of type of cool, by going to one of those illegal raves, which if you don't know what that is, I'll just link here some videos of gang violence and like casual stabbing, so you get a feel for like the atmosphere and environment I'm talking about. That was so far out of my comfort zone, like my Oyster card wasn't even valid. I still don't really know where Woking is. That's kind of different because that's not like a personal comfort zone, that's like the law. I think when you're a teenager though, it's so much easier to go outside of your comfort zone, because if you're anything like me, 1, your comfort zone just ends where your bed does, and 2, being in school and everything, you're like constantly surrounded by peer pressure and the fear of fitting in. And that's usually made to seem like a bad thing because you're supposed to be like establishing healthy boundaries for yourself. Peer pressure is underrated. I don't think that's what I was getting at, but I do think a big part of moving forward is caused by the external pressure on you and the expectations of you to do something with your life. Where I am right now is a bit of a crossroads. I feel like I'm not really being pushed anywhere. I'm just sort of sitting, floating in the sea of endless life possibilities. It can be so frustrating when there are just different signs pointing you in different directions. No one can really tell you where to go. You kind of just have to just decide and stick to it, but it's actually way harder than it looks. There's a man behind me and it's really creepy. And I could go like anywhere I wanted to, but my brain, that's too much pressure. I don't just put me on a train. I don't care where I'm going. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. I just want some comfort, security and purpose right now, please. And being in the position I'm in right now, I feel I am completely responsible for my future self. So if I fail her, to me now that is I failed her. And I don't know if I can accept that kind of responsibility. So I'm trying to just wait for the wind to pick up and sort of push me in the right direction. And the problem is, I know there's no right direction. The only thing that matters is trying, which for me makes me realise I've got too comfortable in my comfort zone. And I'm at the point where I kind of need to make a choice. And it's not easy. To put it into perspective, the choices for me right now are to go against the bulk of advice people have given me, just say fuck it, live my best life and just face a future of instability and perhaps career failure and unemployment.
Overthinking.
Which for me is the equivalent of just jumping out of the boat and just starting to swim. And hoping I find dry land before I like inevitably starve and die. Or to play it safely and keep all of my passions and dreams as like a side dish appetizer. Still tastes great, but is always secondary and you never get to enjoy it quite as much, and there's too many metaphors. Having been in an education system for pretty much my entire life, I'm used to being given a brief for life, knowing roughly where things are gonna go, and then just doing the best that I can, just having all the fun within that safe restriction, which is great, but that was too limiting and just boring, and it put me off what I really wanted, which was kind of freedom, which now I have it. The grass is not always greener, let's say. Everyone else is kind of doubting me, and I have to be the one to defend myself, which I'm not used to that, and I sort of need to improve my sense of self, and perhaps creative expression will help me with that. So I'm hoping this time next year I will have a bit more sense of direction. If not, then I will be in the same position but in a different place. So hopefully I will have sailed the ship so far forward that I don't even remember feeling this way. But that's the fun of it! Just hoping it works itself out again. Weep for yourself, my man, you'll never be what is in your heart. It's both rational and irrational fear. You're not as brave as you at the start. Rate yourself and rake yourself. Take all the courage you have left and waste it in fixing all the problems that you made in your own head. But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I?